Friends, so today I'm going to show you how to create a Google form from the scratch. I mean from the scratch, from the beginning to the end, and all you need to know concerning a Google form. So before we start, you can see here I'm using a Google Chrome as a browser. So any browser you are using, you must have a Gmail account. That is the first thing. You must have a Gmail account. So once you have a Gmail account, you have to log in to that browser and assign your Gmail account to that browser. You can see here now, this is my email account here. You can see Google account. So I've logged in with my Google account. I've assigned it to this browser because I'm using a Google Chrome as a browser. I've assigned my account to this browser. So once we do that, the next thing you need to do, you come to this side box here and type here docs.forms.create. So once you type in this information, all you need to just click on enter. Then after you have signed in with your account on that browser, you come here and type this information here, click enter. So you can see here, to take you to this interface, you can scroll down. That is the first step. You can scroll down. Once you scroll down, you see under here where we have doc.google.com, or you can also go ahead directly to the browser here and put that information there, docs.form.create, and press enter. It's still the same thing to take to this information. So you just scroll down and come to this Google form here and click on it. So once you do that, to take it to this interface. But remind you, if you have not assigned this your account to the browser, there's no way you come here to take it to where you log in to your Gmail to assign it to the browser before you can be able to access this interface. So for you to access this interface here, your Google account must be assigned to the browser. So you can see here now I've assigned my own, so that's why it's giving me this access to this particular interface here. So here you can see here we have a template of a Google form. We have many templates here of a Google form. So you can also click here to access more templates of the Google form. You can see we have a more template here of the Google form. So, but in this particular what you call lesson, I'm going to show you from the scratch how to create your own Google form from scratch. Instead of using the template or just particular information here, I'm going to just come here. We will have a blank and click on this interface here. So you can see here now to take to this environment here. So here now, for you to title your form, to give a title to your form, all you need to do, just click on this Untitled form here. So you can cancel that and say, let's say home, or let's say holiday. Assignment. Holiday assignment. So if you want to describe your holiday, if you want to add a description to your form, you can also come down here. You can see where they wrote a form description. You can also put a description, like maybe what you call instruction or whatever. So here I can put that instruction here. You can just come here and say instruction. Maybe since it's an holiday assignment, you can just say answer all questions. Depends on your own content or what you want to put on that aspect. And from here also you can also format the content. Making it bold, italic, or underlining that your description here. So that is it. So now for you to add questions or content of your form, you can see here where it's written as a untitled question. So just click on it and add your question here. For example, you can say question 1. what is data processing? That's the question. So now from here you have already put down the questions here. So here you can now put your options. This option 1, the first option, you can now put the answer there. So as simple as possible. And if you want to add another option, you can see here now where there is written as an add option. And just click on that space to give you another option. So this I can also add more options. If you want to add more options, you can also do the same thing here. As I'm just putting in those options, you can also do that on your own. So depend on how many options that you want to put on that aspect. So now also type any other information here that I want to put here. So you can see here. So here I only have a 3 option. So in this 3 option now, the student or whoever that is going to access can pick any of this option. So if you want to add more questions, so all you need to do is just come here and pick a plus to add question. You can see here now. So in a case whereby the question, let's say question number 2, it's not option. It's not for option. It's something that they need to write, maybe define or describe, something like that. Let's say define data processing. Define what is define data processing. Okay, so now in this particular information I can see here automatically it will tell you that it's a long answer text. So you can put your long answer text here, or if it's not showing this a long answer text, you can just come here and choose from this option. You can see here short answer text, paragraph, that's for long answer text. We have a multiple option, which is the one we just wrote in the question number 1, the options. So you can also have a checkbox where a student need to check to choose more than one option. We also have a drop down list where a student need to have a drop down list to put those lists into their process answer. And also we have a file upload where a student need to upload attach file. Where they need to attach an extended external file to that question. Maybe it's something that they need to work on their own. After they do that, they can now print it out and attach it and send it to whoever they want to send it to through the Google form. They can also attach. So you can also use a file upload. So when they are through the assignment, they can now scan or within their system, they see that file and come to the Google form and attach the file so they can send it to whoever they want to send it as their instructor. So that is also if you want to add dates or time. So these are what you can put here. So in this particular question here, we use a paragraph. So that's for long answer text where they need to describe or define or differentiate. So they can use sorting. So in a case whereby maybe you are not you want to delete such question, maybe the question you are not satisfied with the question, want to delete it. All you need to do, you can just come here and click on delete. And if you mistakenly delete a question that you don't want to delete, you can easily return it back by coming back to this top here. You can see here this undo and this word redo. So to undo, then to return back that question. You can see that the question has returned back. This is the question here. So our question is back. So that is how you can be able to return your question back. And also if you want to duplicate the question, maybe there's a different question that I want to still put down again, like this question here, or just modify the statement, you can just come here and click on it, duplicate. You can see duplicate. So then we have duplicate the question. So you can just come down here and change the sentence. You can see here. So this one I can say, okay, this one should be a short answer. So they can also write their information. So the short answer text, that means the space required for them to input the information is not that enough, or it's not that long, because we have a short answer. Why this one is more than enough for them to write or define or differentiate what we want to differentiate in that aspect. And also another thing I want to also show us here is that in a case whereby maybe you want to turn this question number 2, okay, here this should be number 3. This question number 3 should be at the top, or should be the second question. All you need to do, you don't need to delete anything or to write anything, you need to just to drag. You can see this 6 dots here, hold it down and drag it up. You can see, once you drag it up, it will now come on top. That means I will make it as question number 1 instead of clicking it and typing again. You can do that. Or in this class, we will still turn it back to the question number 3. Let it still be question number 3. So that is how we can also do that. And here also we also have some simple command or text here that can allow us to navigate through our work here. You can see here, import question. Maybe you have a question already saved on your system. Maybe that question, you can click on here and import it to the Google form. Here also you can also click here to put on some add title and description to your form. Maybe each question needs to have a different description or different instruction for each paragraph or for each section. So you can also use this particular command here to do that. And also if you want to insert a picture or a photograph or Instagram or whatever to your question to illustrate some information so that your student can be able to understand what you are trying to pass to them, you can also use this one here as a picture and click on add picture. For that picture, you must have it on your system before, just like importing the picture into the Google form. And also here is a video format also. So, and this one also session. You want to divide the form into session. Maybe you have a session A, objective, and session B, essay. So you can use this particular command here to do that. And also this particular button here, required. When you say something is required, let's add another information here where you need a student to put down his email. Let's say question number 1. You make this one question number 1. Or provide your email address. Yes, provide your email address. So in this aspect now, so if you ask a student to provide his email address, that means this particular question here is compulsory. So it's required. That means he must. Without filling that information, there's no way you need to submit that form. So now you turn this one on. By turning it on to make it a compulsory question for the student to provide his email address. So after all this, for you to preview how it's going to look like at the other side of the student aspect or the receiver aspect, you can just easily click here. You can see where this eye symbol where they write preview. You can just click on that aspect and preview it. So you can see this is how it's going to look like when the student or the user access the form on the other side. So we have not changed this question. We will change it to question number 1 and move it up. So this is how it's going to look like. So you can see here it's required. You can see the that required I will choose. You can see this star is showing a red star here. So it's telling the whoever that is going to access the form that this particular question here is required. It's very important. You have to fill it before you can be able to proceed to wherever you want to proceed to. So now let's go back and edit some things. So now let's drag this one to be question number 1. Yes. So this one now be question number 2. So we have question number 3. Very simple. Question number 4. This is the latest way of creating a Google form. And if you want to make all the questions compulsory, required, so you have to check this checkbox. You click on each of the questions and click on checkbox so that each question is compulsory, especially when you come to objective aspect. The student must choose an option before you can move to the next question or before you can be able to submit that particular form. So these are it. So let's preview it one more time. So you can see here. So click on the eye symbol again. So you can see it here now. So all the questions here, they are all required. You can see the star. the red star, because of that require that will just check on that particular form. So if you are trying to submit now, to tell you that this question are required, you have to fill those information so you can be able to move from this page. So let's go back. And another thing I want to show us here is that if you want to change your themes, the so-called themes, the background, you can see here now, these themes, you can easily come here, you can customize your themes. Click on it. You can choose here your header, image header. You have different image header. If you have anyone that you want to upload, but these are the ones that's already on the Google environment, you can choose from any of those ones. Let's look at a beautiful one. Okay, let's use this as science aspect. Let's choose this one. Insert. Okay, you can see how beautiful it is. So you can choose it to beautify your Google form. You can also change the color. Also, if you like, you can change the color. You can add, maybe if the color is not available, you can add your own color. You can choose any color that you want to choose there and put it. Once you put it, you just click on add. It will be added automatically. Okay, let's use the red. Now click on add. So you can see that to add automatically to the Google form. So that's how you can also, even all your tests, questions, whatever, the fonts, everything, you can also customize it in this area. So once you are done, just click on this one to go off. So now let's come to respond. After everything, and after you have created everything, and you now make it available to the student. To make it available to the student, we'll go to the aspect. But before we go to the aspect, let's see after the student have already accessed your Google form and they send you back a feedback and they give you a feedback. How do you access the feedback? This is where you are coming to access the feedback. Here we have a response. So click on the response. So all the response that the students are going to give or the students are going to send to you, you see it here. So for us to do that, now let's come to this our review here and let's quickly do something. Let me add my second email to it. So that's my second email. Okay, you can see now if I try to submit now, it will not go. So I have to fill others. You can see here, but this one is not highlighting it. I've already put an information here. So here I can choose anything. Although this is not the correct answer, but I can choose anything just for illustration purpose. I can just choose data information. So here, what is data processing? I also choose any function here just for information process. So here also browser, what is browser? I can also put the information there so I can be able to see how I want to process the information in our Google form. Okay, so now I can click on the submit. So you can see here, your response has been recorded, so it has sent. So if I want to submit another one, fine, you can do that. But here now the first response. So now let's go back to our response and see. So you can see now the response has been submitted. You can see for only one student or one responder, you can see the response has been submitted, and the information here is 100%. So you can see everything has been submitted. So now, how do you give the record to the student to access? How the student access your Google form? That is another thing. So let's check the setting first. Okay, here is just a setting. If you want to make it as a quiz, and here you can also put a point value, each question, how many points, and the response. So that is how it goes. So now, for us to create a link or to give access to the student to access this Google form, all we need to do is just come here after you have finished everything. Just come here under send, click on send. So you can see here now, under this send now, either you want to send it to their email. If you know their email, you can easily put their email here directly and send it to them. But the easiest one is creating a link, and this link now, they can click on this link and access this form directly. You don't need to get their email. All you need to do is just give them this link, let them have access to this link, and then once they click on this link, they'll be able to access that Google form. And before you do that, you have to shorten the URL. shorten the link. You just shorten the link so it will be easy and straightforward. So once you shorten the link, you can just come here. So once you copy now, so the student can easily access that Google form through this link. So here also, you can also use this one if you want to make it as a embedded HTML one, but I prefer using this link because it will be more easier and more straightforward. And also you can also share it through social media like Facebook and Twitter. But in such a way, in this particular one, you can just copy this link and send it to a WhatsApp group or a chat platform where the student can easily click and access this link. Once they access this link, it will take them to this form. So now let's do that. So let's copy it. I'll open my second browser. So this second browser, I don't have any login details here. So I'll just paste this Google form link here and click on it, and let's see how to go. Okay, you can see here now. That's taking me to, even though I have not logged, because here now I'm the user that are going to access the form. I'm not creating the form. But when you're creating the form, you have to make sure you log in with your Google account on that browser for you to access, for you to create that form. But here now you can see here, I'm not logged in, but I can access the form. So the student can be able to fill in the information they want to fill here and submit it directly to the user. So once they fill it and they send it, it will be delivered and can get the response back there. So you can see it here. So on and here now is indicating that anyone that has this star is required. You can see all the questions here, they're all star. They're all star. So it's required. So that is how they can be able to access the Google form through your own aspect, through your own site after they have submitted their response. And also if you want to collect their emails, maybe they send it through email, you can click on this one, collect emails. So once you click on that collect email and you send it to them, you can be able to collect their email when they send a response from you. Once they send a response, you can be able to collect their email and then save the email and give them feedback through the email. If something that they need to do with an email response, so you can also do that on that aspect. If you want to collect their email, just click on this collect email and come to your link and copy the link. So when you send that link, it will be able to tell them that the email is important for them to also attach their email. So the Google form will be able to fill their email and send it to the response. So that is how it is. I hope this will help. Please don't forget, subscribe to this my channel, like my channel, subscribe to it, and that bell beside that subscribe, please make sure you click on it and select all, so that anytime a new video is also released, you can be able to get access to it. Thank you and God bless you.